All right, we are here in Atlanta. It's Atlanta Hustle versus the Raleigh Flyers. We are just now starting the second quarter. Atlanta with an impressive lead right now, up 9-3. And it's really just been the defense. They've caused Raleigh to have to throw between their handlers and force things up through the wall. Atlanta has capitalized on it just like that. But unfortunately, this time Raleigh is going to continue to push through. But with a 9-3 lead right now, Raleigh's starting with the disc to start of the second. Atlanta can't ask for anything more. Whistle's going to be called. There's, I think it was a travel. Nice double team to start. Trying to look for some contact call. Unable to get it. Continuing to dish it back and forth between their handlers. Sees Mitchell on the sideline, about 12 yards out from the end zone. Able to reset it. Gets it back to Mitchell. Quick little dishes for Raleigh. And now they will make it 9-4. Some good work from Atlanta defense, some close calls there, but Raleigh staying strong, pushing through. Now only down by 5. It was 8-1 at one point in the first quarter. So they have that offense is finding a way as we've gone along in this game. Oh, they're going to call it inbounds, I believe. Yeah, it looked like it may have hit the line. Draco looking now to reset, stuck on his own line. Not a lot of action. Burns right there, able to keep getting resets. Burns just kind of standing in front of Draco and getting nice little 3-4 yard dishes. Oh, a little juggle there by Jack. Able now to swing and get back into the center of the field. Now back to Choi. Looks like he's going to get to Jack, and they're back near the closed sideline. Ooh, nice little bump there. Draco just continuing to just get those easy 3 yard dishes now. Resets back to Song. Now to Own. Jack's going to make a big swing. Now we're on the other side of the field. Back to Jack. Now it seems like they are settling now at the midfield. Some quick little dishes. Now a quick strike. Swatted out of the air by Raleigh. And now Raleigh looking to make a big statement here with a break. Get them back in this game. A bladey hammer, but works well. Now having to dish back just around midfield. Sliding all over the place is Raleigh. They have a quick shot. I don't think he's going to be able to get to it. A little too far out. Atlanta with another chance to hold here. Draco's going to be starting us off. I think we're going to see a lot of what we saw earlier, just working between their main handlers. They're able to just kind of get within their own cup. Resets, but then dropped. Tough break for Atlanta. Raleigh, another chance to sneak back in this game. Toes it in. Now just about 9 yards out. Hammer to the other side. Has somebody there right at the goal line, but looks him off. And a timeout now being called by Raleigh. 8:31 in the second, 9-4. Atlanta Hustle. The first quarter had some nice defense from Atlanta. Raleigh was trying to force it through the wall, and they were able to get some nice defensive blocks, a nice hand block earlier too. That turned into quick answers from Atlanta that got him a very quick 6-0 lead at one point, or 6-1 lead, then all the way up to 8-1. And from there, things have kind of slowed down. Raleigh looking to get another break here. Trapped on their own sideline, having to swing out. Now back to their own 35. Atlanta doing what they need to do here. Still stuck near their own sideline and continuing to go backwards. There just doesn't seem to be an easy way for Raleigh to push this forward. Hand blocked immediately. Atlanta trying to give a quick answer here. Immediately go for it. Kelvin's going to have to get good position. Wow. That was just an incredible dive by the Raleigh player there. That was amazing. Raleigh really trying everything, doing everything they can now to get this break. Trying to break through the wall. And now they're getting a couple quick ones in succession. Trying to slow it down, able to do so, but the offense, never mind. They're still moving. We're going to get a contact call. It's going to be in Raleigh's favor, pushing them ever closer to the end zone. Let's see what can be done here. Atlanta able to get a stop here last time. Can they do it again? Ooh, fakes for the hammer. I think it would have been blocked again. Looking for some quick cuts in. Not able to do it. They're going to get a foul call. It just brings it back to the center. Well, meanwhile, 6:44 left. Oh, quick little dish. Minch tries to make a play. And there we go. Raleigh with a crucial break to keep them within reach, 9-5 with 6:40 left in the second quarter. Can Raleigh keep this going? Much more successful quarter for him than the first. Atlanta's offense needs to get back on track. Stapleton going to start us off with a nice swing. Olsen all the way out on his own 40. Gets a quick little dish. Sperling now at the opponent's 30. I think we're going to get a receiver's travel on Sperling. Not really sure if I saw it, but it is called. Olsen now back at the zone 40, or opponent's 45. Picked up by Bush. Kind of trapped on their own line still a little. Smith trying to reset them. Draco, nice cutting. Gets them now to their 30. Ooh, a little floaty to the side. Bush gives it right back to Smith. And this offense looking smooth there after kind of a drought as far as time. 5:58 in the second. Now up 10-5. I think we're going to get some type of delay a game against Raleigh. And so we're going to get a pull from the 20. Raleigh. Actually, I'm going to get a fair start anyways. It's really just for the defense to get up there. Start off strong. Raleigh just having a hard time breaking through this Atlanta defense. Making each throw very tough, and the stall count rising each time. These gotta be 4 or 5 second stalls. Just not a lot of action from the Raleigh players downfield, forcing the handlers to have to work, and Atlanta kind of hoping that to be the case. First break through the wall there for Raleigh. Oh, just gets around Gainer. Raleigh now at midfield, trying to dish through this cup, or this wall. Huge hammer back in the end zone. He's all alone, able to stay in bounds. Tough throw, but a great grab. Raleigh now down by 4, 10-6. We are 4:59 here in the second quarter. Looks like Minch and Knowles will be back for Atlanta, starting on the 20. Raleigh taking their time getting down there. Atlanta able to quickly get now to midfield, dishing now to the opponent's 40, now 35. And a quick strike, and like that, it's incredible work, Batson, finishing off the speedy drive from Atlanta. An 11-6. Atlanta lead. It just seems like Atlanta is able to quickly set up their offense. They're actually able to get off those first couple throws rather easily, which then just allows the rest of the offense to just run like an oiled machine, and each throw was there right after the next, and a quick score. Raleigh has really yet to have a point like that. They've been faced with long, lots of passes, kind of drives that just then result in more opportunities for Atlanta to get a defensive play. Stuck on their own sideline, but now really working with the handlers, being a little bit quicker than usual, not letting the stall count rise as much as they have been. Really just dishing it between each other. Oh, they're getting the call. It's going to be contact. Mitchell taking it at the goal line. Easy strike from Raleigh. And it looks like with that drive, some small answers for them as they try to get around this Atlanta defense. Still a close call there at the end, but 11-7 with 3:56 left here in the second. Still a solid lead here from Atlanta. Probably their lead, largest lead of the season. Can they keep this up here as we try to finish off this half? Raleigh knows going to be coming in hard to start the second half. Troy going to receive it with Jack. Nice flick to Burns. Trying to look for a reset. Actually gets it back to Owen. Now in the middle of the field. Oh, snagged out of the air by Raleigh. Another big chance for Raleigh here. Immediately strike. Well, this will be a jump ball. Oh, goes right in the favor of JP. Hard one to read there as it kind of floated. Jack now starting us off. Atlanta trying to keep this hold. Oh, just kept off the ground. And then quick to get back up and give it to Burns. Just a lot of unders open right now for Atlanta. Oh, looked off by Choi. I don't think he realized it was to him. Another big chance for Raleigh. About 2:43 right now left. Trying to make this 11-8 game. No wall or anything. This is just pure man defense right now. Can they get it back? Doing really well so far. Nice open look there for Raleigh. He goes for the hammer. Able to get up high quickly, make the grab. And a big break for Raleigh. They're having an impressive quarter this time around compared to the first one. 11-8 with 2:20 left in the second. Hustle offense have scored 3 points this quarter. They've been some long points on both sides, but compared to the 8, Raleigh has seemed to find some answers. Important for Atlanta to continue to hold here. Oh, great bid from the Raleigh player. Kind of took out Kelvin. Scary play there. We'll see if Kelvin comes back in. He does. Knowles picking it up. Just kind of working with their handlers. They're really having a lot of unders. Pierce forces it to the other side. It kind of floats a little bit, but really not a play for the Raleigh defender. We're going to have a call here. Might have been contact from Raleigh. Trapped on the far sideline, but just outside the goal line, maybe a yard. Let's see if Atlanta can punch it in. They're going to look for a reset. Back to the end zone for Spinks. And Atlanta, with an important answer after the break, will now make this 12-8 with 1:27 left in the first half. Raleigh going to get started here right around the 30-yard line. Now dishing it to the close sideline all the way up to the 50. Hope forcing it up there. Crossing the midfield. Now puts it right into the middle. They're going to get a huge break here as they move up to the 30. Now the 25. Almost thrown away. Very quick movement from Raleigh now. Just about 25 yards out. Now just 5. Big swing. Atlanta seems to be a little bit behind this point. Raleigh performing much better this quarter. Atlanta seemed to not really settle that defense till about halfway down the field, and by then Raleigh had kind of gotten into a good rhythm. 12-9 now with 48 seconds left here in the second. I'd be interested to see if Atlanta tries to score rather quickly. Some kind of play call and strike quick, forcing Raleigh then to have to be more strategic with the clock. If it works out, it's great for Atlanta, but if it causes a turn, it could be a big problem. Atlanta will receive the disc, I believe, to start the second. Ooh, Raleigh playing pretty close, man. Defense. It's gonna be called. Contact on Batson. Now at the opponent's 45. Clock coming in at 30 seconds right now. Able to get a good start here with Kelvin. Ooh, tough play, but Bray's able to keep it in. Still forcing up the line, but dropped in the end zone by Spinks. Looking excited to get the score. Forgot to catch it. Tough break. Now let's see if Raleigh can answer quickly. Huge hammer to the other side. Pierce not able to get there in time. Raleigh now. Oh, stopped from the big pull. Not sure if he really was going to go for it, but the defender able to make a play. Sharp, bladey throw. Once again, Raleigh sniping through this defense. And a huge break. What looked like a nice little score from Atlanta turns into a break. And now Raleigh within 2 points. 12-10 with 3 seconds left. Just enough time for Atlanta to possibly get a buzzer beater as we go into halftime. The air is perfect today. It was hot all afternoon, but as we hit here in the evening, there's a nice breeze, so we should be getting a lot of great plays from these players today. Not really having to combat with the heat like we've seen the last couple weeks. We're going to have this disc in favorable position. Stapleton picks it up, immediately goes. Here we have it. Lots of people out there. Oh! Just out of the hands of Birdsong. And that'll be our first half. A great run from Atlanta, but a great comeback for Raleigh here in the second. It is 12-10 as we head into halftime. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes as we finish the second half here in a Southern Divisional matchup. Raleigh had a nice comeback in the second quarter to get them back in this game. Atlanta now hoping to get their offense back on board, trying to keep the holds. For them, it's really important to maintain these leads that they're able to build up. Here we go. I cannot. There we go. Stapleton has it. We're going to get a call here. Oh, and we're actually, looks like they're going to restart the half possibly. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen here. All right, we are now officially getting started here. Atlanta wanting to continue to hold, try to maintain this lead. This one's going to go out of bounds to the far end zone. We're picking up here at the 30. Dishing it now to the close sideline. Trying to just homing it. Nice downfield. Lots of space. Now swinging back out to the middle of the field. Atlanta seem to be having a lot of unders open today. If they can keep utilizing that, they could come away with some easy victory here today. Continuing the swings, trying to look for something in the end zone. Nice work from Atlanta. And yes, very important for Atlanta to start this second half strong, coming away with a point to start here in the third quarter. Now up 13-10. 11:31 here now in the third. Raleigh's going to pick it up here at their own 30, dishing it back now. Once again, we're just seeing the handlers forced to have to make lots of moves. Raleigh, usually that team that likes to come out, hug it deep, use their athleticism to get points. Today forced to work with their handlers. Oh, great pick off there by Bray. Knowles didn't really have a look. Now swinging it to the other side. Picked up. And Atlanta with a crucial break now as we start the second half. We are now at 14-10. Atlanta hustle. Atlanta here with the pull. It's going to go out of bounds. So we'll be taking it here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta hoping now they could get another run like they did to start this game in the first quarter. Quick swing to their close sideline now, moving up to the 40. Big swings right now. Trying to find a way to break through the middle, but forced once again to go all the way to the other side. Now forcing up the sideline. Looking to have to reset. Now crossing midfield. Raleigh just finding quick little tosses to give them the edge they need right now. Another swing now as they are stuck on their own sideline, but a good give and go almost. Good timing there from Mitchell. And that's kind of what we're used to seeing from Raleigh. Able to get quick catches that turn into nice 30, 40-yard flicks. Great continuation cuts. And now it's 14-11 with 10:21 here in the third. Stapleton now starting us off. Once again, it seems like the same kind of setup. Smith is just sitting out his own 40, now giving it back to Stapleton. He'll swing it all the way back to the other side. Draco takes a couple fakes. Stall count had to have been high. Now Bush. Ooh, we have a player on Raleigh going down. Then almost a great bid. After that, now we will stop play. As number 93 from Raleigh goes down. Doesn't seem like there was any contact or anything on the play, but might have just bumped some ankles or rolled it. Walking off the field now. We're coming back now on the disc with Matt Smith. No foul or anything's going to be called, so I think he's going to stay right where he's at. Disc's back in play. Stapleton, nice. Nice strike cut to get things started now, trying to get the offense to move around. Ooh, quick dish back on the reset, risky. Able to keep the disc. Sperling on the sideline is going to strike up to Smith. He goes up. And there's going to be a contact call in the end zone. This one's going to be taken to midfield. Actually, there's some discussion between the referees here of where they're going to take the disc. They're going to call it a score, actually, saying that he actually had already had possession of the disc in the end zone, and then the foul initiated the disc out. Atlanta with a unorthodox score, but we'll take it 15-11 with 9:25 here in the third quarter. Atlanta quickly making their way down there, putting some pressure on Raleigh, almost thrown away right away. But, oh, another close one. Raleigh trying to move as quick as they can. Now all the way up to the 20, immediately putting it into the end zone, almost dropped. And some quick movement from Raleigh. Close calls, though. I think Atlanta really can't be too upset about that. You can tell that Raleigh's getting agitated. These long points wasting this clock. Now down by 3, they need all that time to close the gap and then possibly take a lead. They're going to need that, and they're going to need quick offensive strikes like that if they want to have a solid chance of getting in this game. Definitely one of the quickest points of the night. We're going to be picked up here in Atlanta right at the 30 with Smith. Gets a nice reset. Atlanta's been able to get those first 3 or 4 throws off so well, and then they're able to just let the offense kind of smooth itself out. And, ooh, a great bid from Raleigh, but Atlanta keeps it. Smith now picking it up at about the 30, 31. They're continuing to strike up the line. Burns is going to try to jump in. He's able to. And a quick response from Atlanta now makes it 16-12. Low pull here. It's going to be hard for the defense to get there in time to make any impact. They're able now to get up to the 30. And actually, no, Atlanta hustling down the field right now. It actually is getting hot now, the hottest it's been probably during the whole game. Curious to see how this will affect Atlanta and their defense. They've been playing very intensely this game. There's not a lot of work there. Finally, a cut comes in. Now trying to strike. Immediately going deep. It's going to go out the back. And this is big. Raleigh's been able to keep this game close. They can't really afford any breaks, especially here in this quarter. This quarter they were hoping to make up most of the ground. Bush now settling us in here at the 30. Now at the 35 with Olsen, looking to reset back to Draco. Now a big swing to an open. Bush, he's going to take it. It's Sperling with Carey. Carey with a great grab. And Atlanta gets their first break of the half. And in a great time to do it with 7:28 left here in the third. 17-12 Atlanta. Atlanta looking very similar to that first quarter. Taking full advantage of every break opportunity. Raleigh, their offense has definitely gotten better throughout the night, but they're still going to be able to need to stop this hustle offense. Now Raleigh just trying to get an answer here. How quickly can they do it? Time not on their side. Once again, being kind of stuck back with their handlers. Huge swing to able to get behind the wall. Now waiting for the rest of the offense. Now crossing midfield, almost hit out of the air. And once again, another defensive play. Spinks coming from the backfield. Comes right behind the player. And now Atlanta looking to go to break city. Knowles going to start us off, stuck on our own line right at the 20. Easy cut there. Quick out. Kelvin looking to reset back to Bray. Bray continues it over. He's going to pick it back up now at midfield. Looking deep. Got Sperling. Perfect shot. Atlanta on fire now. 18-12 with 6:34 left. We are just now hitting the midway point of this third quarter. Heat is up. Atlanta is up. Raleigh still looking for answers. Trying to keep this close as they approach the end of the third quarter. Nice high pull from Choi. Raleigh waiting for it to settle, and already down there is Jack. Forcing Raleigh looking to reset again. Just there is not a lot of action coming from Raleigh downfield. They're kind of just sitting in pockets waiting for the disc. Sometimes that works and they'll get a good 20-30 yards. Atlanta, though, kind of baiting those throws, hoping they can get a hand on it and give themselves another break opportunity. Trying to look for something downfield. It's going to be forced to reset. Oh, great bid. No call. Birdsong. Having a great showing these last couple weeks. They immediately go deep, able to get it out of the sky. He's looking for someone else now. No mark as Gaynor now has a mark, trying to look for someone to get the disc. Jack now is going to swing it back to Olsen. Back to Jack, who's just outside the goal line. Doesn't really have any options. Going to have to reset back to Olsen. And actually, I think we're going to get a timeout. The disc may go back to the goal line. It may stay on Olsen here. We'll know in a few short minutes. We have 5:23 left here in the third. 18-12, Atlanta. Incredible run. Definitely going to be a play call here from Atlanta. Curious to see who the targets will be. I have a feeling either Draco or Stapleton is going to start us off. Matt Smith might be our cut here. You got to have Draco filling in the back. Stapleton actually picking up the disc here. And Draco's kind of filling in the open space. You've definitely got Raleigh kind of settling in the open space as well. Bush in the back. This might be just a hammer right over the top, like a Blady flick, something like that. They might actually get it out to Olsen first and then Sperling. A lot of options here for Atlanta. Let's see how Stapleton will start this off. We're waiting for the disc to go and play. He fakes up, now gives it back to Olsen. Raleigh definitely knew something like this was going to go on, able to slow it down, push them all the way back now. Stapleton gives them back now within the 20. Bush is going to have to dish it back to Stapleton. He puts it up the line again to Draco. And a good force from Raleigh to push him back, but Atlanta stay composed. And they get themselves another break. 19-12 with 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. As we've mentioned earlier, this is a big game for Atlanta. They're 5-5. It's important. They will play Raleigh at home in Raleigh here in the next couple weeks. That'll be really a true test to play this team at full strength. This is the travel team. They're missing a lot of people like Goose and Nethercutt, Allen. So Raleigh definitely missing some key handlers that would probably make a big difference against this defense. But it's important for Atlanta to get whatever win they can, and coming away with one here means they definitely have a chance of sneaking into the playoffs if they can at least win 2 more to finish off this 4-game streak here at the end. Things are slowing down for Raleigh, having to do something. Bray almost able to stop that. Some quick dishes, they're looking for something to pop open, and Raleigh, once they got behind the wall, they were able to continue everything. Actually, there's going to be a foul call. This disc will come back. I think it's against Raleigh, so it might have been a pick. Raleigh not out of this yet. Atlanta gets a little breath of life here on defense. Pops it through the middle, just outside the goal line. This time it should stick. Raleigh, I think, making fun of the umpires there, the refs, with the travel calls. But still, score for them, 19-13. We have 4:11 here in the third quarter. You know, the Atlanta offense is focusing on holding. It's if they can hold out for the rest of this match, they'll have a solid victory against definitely one of the best teams in the AUDL at the moment. And it's really been kind of what's hurt Atlanta in the past few games this season. Just a couple dinks and tough drops that have hurt this offense and allowed teams then to come away with narrow wins of 1 or 2 points. So it's still important now, even with a big lead, to play as if you're only up 1 or 2 and try to keep working under that intense pressure and getting used to it. Now the unders seem to be shut down from Raleigh. Atlanta forced to swing a lot more. Ooh, a tough one on the line, able to stay in. It's actually gonna be a pick call. Luckily, Owen able to make an incredible grab off the sideline. That was a tough grab as well as trying to drag the feet. Actually, no, we're going to get the disc back to Choi. I'm not sure what the count will be, but I know he's going to have to get it out immediately. Go and look tough. Raleigh now has a huge chance to make a quick break. As we finish this third, it floats to no one. They get it right back. 2 miscues now. 2 wrongs make a right. In this case, Atlanta now back on the disc. Forcing it up the faraway sideline. Now letting the rest of the offense catch up. A high release. Grabbed out from the air by Birdsong. Now looking probably to reset to Jack. No, finds Burns. Burns will swing it to the other side. Gainer has Owen. Owen's going to be in the end zone. Atlanta able to hold after some scary moments. Staying in the game, though. Now up 20-13 with 2:32 in the third. A 7-point lead. Now back to their largest lead that they had since the first quarter. Push with the pull. Raleigh just all game hasn't seemed that comfortable on offense. Every throw has just been pretty difficult. Each throw, each 5 to 10 yard throw seems so close and so much effort going into them right now. Ooh, nice one up this. It goes over the top. And I'm telling you, the defense has worked incredibly well against this Raleigh offense, having a difficult time to finding an answer. Draco's going to try to get us off the sideline here at his own 20. Smith, incredible cut, gets the swing off to Sperling. He's going to get it to Olsen. We're now all the way on the other side at the 30. Couple resets to Smith. Smith's going to continue the swing to Sperling. Still behind their 30. Now able to get it to midfield. Olsen's going to give it to Smith. Back to Olsen. Now back on the opponent's 40. Swings it close to the sideline now. Draco looking for a player deep. Doesn't have anything. He's going to have to reset it. Great cut. Smith jumps all the way in. That had to have been a 5-yard leap. Able to get in. And that is a massive break. 21-13, Atlanta. 124 here in the third. Now up by 8. It seems really Atlanta can't do no wrong.
Give it up for your hustle, Atlanta. We are back up to an 8-point lead.
I'm curious to see if the Raleigh offense will start to try to make just quick strikes deep, some ISO plays. They are running short on time as far as points as well. Once again, it just doesn't seem like they're getting enough cuts behind that wall. Atlanta doing an incredible job of not making it easy at all for Raleigh to get anything going. It seems like it takes them 4 or 5 throws to get anything started. That's what you want. Nobody there. Now making a shot to the end zone. Perfect look. And that's kind of the things Raleigh are going to have to start doing if they want to get any closer to this game. We got 44 seconds left here in the third. Atlanta, I think, is going to just run a normal offense here, not worry so much about the clock. Raleigh, if they want to have a chance in the fourth quarter, it's crucial that if they get a break, now's the time to do it. Picking up now is Jack. He's going to dish it back to Choi. Now to Jack again. Gets it up to Burns. He's trapped on the 40. Now swings it back to the center. Now all the way back to the other side again. Choi, far sideline. There's going to be a call. I'm not sure if it's for equipment or... I'm not sure exactly what was called here. Ref's kind of discussing it there next to the disc. I think we're going to have the disc come back and play here in a few seconds. Atlanta now in Raleigh territory. That's a nice upline cut. Ooh, big swing picked up by Birdsong, who now dishes it to On. Ooh, Smith keeping it close on the sideline. Gives it right back to Song. Some quick movement from these handlers, making Raleigh run all over the place. And here we go with 22 seconds. So a 20-second drive from Atlanta now actually puts them in a sweet position. Raleigh now has to think about the clock. Will they react quickly, or will they just try to drain it and then make sure they're the last ones to score? They will receive the disc to start the fourth, so it's in their best interest to be the last ones to score here in the third quarter. They do not want to leave time for Atlanta to possibly get a buzzer beater. 22-14. Pull from Atlanta. Atlanta's done an incredible job today of getting down there, forcing Raleigh to start with more a tougher offense. It floats a little high, but grabbed over top of the defender. Carey not able to make the play. They go up over the top. There's about 3 seconds left. They're going to have to make a play here soon. He blades it. This is perfect for Atlanta if they can make a play. Bush climbs the ladder, gets the disc, and ends the third quarter with a great defensive play. Atlanta 22-14 as we go into the final quarter of the game. This is big for Atlanta. Looking to go 6-5 and possibly carry themselves into a playoff position here as we go into the final 4 games of the season. We are about to start here in the fourth quarter. Atlanta will be pulling. Looks like player Pierce. Raleigh has 12 minutes to score 8 points and also stop Atlanta while doing so. Really a tough feat to do in the AADL. If Atlanta can continue to play solid defense and force Raleigh to take a minute or so every point, they pretty much have this game in the bag. They just need to finish it off. And once again, they're doing an incredible job of stuffing this offense immediately, not letting them get all the way to the 40 or 50 off the bat. But now they eventually make it there, crossing midfield. Being trapped now on their own sideline, but a nice swing to get to the middle. Now they're trying to break through. Now about at the 40 on their own sideline. Great work from this wall. Now looking for the double team. They're going to probably continue the swing, though. They look it off, punch it back up. At the 40, they throw a hammer back into the end zone. Great look. Raleigh doing what they have to do right now. They have to hold every time they're on offense. Any break at this point is pretty much game over. Almost a full minute, 11:19 left here in this match. Would not have guessed Atlanta would have such a large lead. Raleigh's depth is actually really good. And to see Atlanta handle it so well, even I know this is the travel team, but to see how well they've handled against them shows really the true talent here we have in Atlanta and the skill that we can play against any team that we need to. And when our offense is on, they can play really incredibly well. Burns Gonna dish it back to Olsen. Ooh, a little off, but kept in play by Jack, who gives it back to Olsen. Looking to cross midfield. They're able to do it. Choi on his own 40, or his own sideline. Another big swing back to the center of the field. Birdsong looking for a reset or anything. Ooh, a little cheeky over the top, able to get it to him. Now Olsen is going to put one into the end zone. Gainer's going to have to run it down. He does so. No problem there, but actually we're going to get a pick call. And honestly, these calls aren't going to hurt us all that much, as the clock kind of is in our favor. The longer we hold the disc, the better. Trying to look for a heart. He's going to have to get a big swing, and it's able to be knocked down by Raleigh. And this is exactly what they need to start the quarter. They got their hold, now looking to immediately get a break. Oh, turfed. No contact on the call. Troy's going to pick it up. No mark, and they're being safe with it. Jack swings it all the way to Gainer. Oh, overthrown. I don't think they knew who was the receiver there was. I don't think it was really outthrown or anything like that. Raleigh with another chance. Very long point, though. Time going in their favor for Atlanta. Raleigh trying to get to midfield. They're in the center now, crossing midfield at their own, opponent's 45. Oh, a miscue, but able to stay up. Olsen was ready to take off, then a drop. And that has been the story for Raleigh today. They've just had these simple miscues and drops, and that have just turned into a huge lead for Atlanta. Nice cut from Jack to get things started for Atlanta here. Looks them off. Gonna have to make another swing. Yep, and that's gonna get a pick call from Birdsong. Clock's still running. We have 9:10 left here in the fourth. This, I believe, is only the second point. Burns kind of puts it high, but Gainer getting high up there and grabbing it. Nice continuation. He's wide open in the end zone. They just need to finish off the point. Able to do so. Great work from Atlanta. A scary hold, but the best part about it is it wastes lots of time off the clock. Now 8:45 left. It is 23-15. This may be the best win of Atlanta's career. I don't think they've had as big of a spread in the history of this time in the league. Especially against Raleigh, for sure. Nice solid pull. Atlanta, looks like Matt Smith on defense is going to be setting the mark with Draco and Stapleton. Kind of got their offensive line out there, letting them get some legs. Once again, Raleigh just doesn't seem to have a sense of urgency on offense at the moment. Ooh. Little soft one through the center. They're able to get it now on the opponent's 30. Looking for some in the end zone. Once again, the cuts just don't seem to be there. Raleigh has to settle back down with their handlers. Goes over the top. High floater, and really just no play for the defender to make safely. Raleigh comes away with a nice score now, making it 23-16, 8:02 in the fourth quarter. Here comes Raleigh with the pull. Gonna be picked up by Minch and Knowles. Minch now back to Knowles again. He's at the 30. Great cut from Spinks. Gives it right back to Knowles. He's going to look for it. Kelvin has the space. Great put from Knowles. And such fluid offense. It really is just no chance for Raleigh to get back in this game the way Atlanta is playing. Quick strike. Maintaining the lead. 24-16, 7:42 in the fourth. Nice lofty pull. Atlanta starting taking a little bit longer to get down there. It is getting late in the game. The heat has calmed down a little bit as the sun's setting off behind us. Nice break through the wall there. Mitchell now sets it back. Now Raleigh sitting at midfield close to their sideline. Punches through again. Ooh, tight. But Mitchell able to keep the disc. Looking for a reset. Nothing there. Nice cut. Ooh, hard through the middle. Then a floaty one to the end zone. Ooh, that's Cisco with the score. And now it just seems like Atlanta's trying to play it safe. No need to get hurt. Leg out and make an incredible play. But then if you get hurt with this big a lead, you don't want to ruin your chances to finish off the season. 24-17, we have 7:09 now in regulation. Looks like Draco now swings it over at the 25. Stapleton picking it back up. Kind of staying now at the 25. Not able to get as many yards per pass as we've seen from Atlanta. A little more resets, but good swings, smart plays. Draco fakes up the line. We're going to get another call. It might be a pick call. This might be coming back to Draco. Now he's going to be coming back to his own 38. Huge swing. Bush is going to have to, or Sperling gets up there and gets it. Nice under to Smith. Smith makes a couple fakes deep, but ends up finding Carey at the far sideline. Just nice cuts. Good spacing from Atlanta. Finds a look, but great pull off by Raleigh. Makes a diving grab. Keeping them within reach now, and he's going to come off with an injury. We're going to have the clock stop with 5:51 left here. Raleigh's going to have to make this quick. They'll be taking the disc at their own goal line, near their own sideline. Tough start. Players are switched on and off, and we're about to get the disc in play. Not a lot of options. I think a whistle was blown. Timeout called from Raleigh as they saw the stall count rising. Once again, just an incredible run. If we look back on it, Atlanta was up 8-1, but then Raleigh was able to take us in a half, only down by 2, 12-10. And then slowly Atlanta just started pulling away in the third quarter, very reminiscent of the first one, and pulled now up by 7, 24-17. 5:39 left. Really, there's not much Atlanta could do wrong. They still need to play defense, make sure Raleigh just isn't catching it and throwing it right into the end zone. But forcing 10 to 12 throws a drive should easily waste 45 to a minute off the clock. And as far as the offense, if they can just continue to hold even half their points, there's just really not enough time in the clock. This might be the first time that I can remember broadcasting with Atlanta that they've had such a comfortable lead, especially against such a powerful team. Waiting for the disc to come into play. We got Kelvin and Matthew trying to set a tough mark, but now they're back in their own end zone. Well, you can see Atlanta. You might see a layout here for a Callahan. You got to get it. How many opportunities do you have like this? Now all the way back, the very back of their end zone, now forced to their own sideline. Still about 10 yards out. Puts it up over the top. Oh, unable to get the play. And now they're going to break through the wall. Now getting out to the 31. Immediately put deep. There's 2 hustle players there, but it looks like he's going to get up and get it. The Raleigh player making an incredible play. And then an amazing bid. Scooping it off the ground. Batson still taking some time to get up. Cisco with an incredible sky there. He had the positioning. The disc was thrown perfectly to him. The defenders were having a hard time by the time they got to him, really getting a good play on it, but great grab and then almost thrown away. But a good dive from Raleigh, and very important for them here to get that break. Now 24-18 with 5:01 left in the fourth. Oh, and this one's going to come back, actually. There was a delay of game called, but by the time all the officials had gotten word of it, Raleigh had already pulled. So they will be pulling from a better position. This one's going to go almost all the way out to the back. Choi's going to pick it up near the very back of his end zone, able to get it now to the goal line. Jack back to Choi. Just now, getting outside of their end zone. Burns with a nice swing back to the middle of the field. Doesn't really have a lot of looks. He's going to have to force it up there. That's when Bray just goes deep. Oh, nobody back there. It's just Atlanta hustle players. Birdsong ends up looking for the reset. A big reset to Choi, who delivers it back to Jack to On. On puts it up to Choi. And it just seemed like Raleigh was trying to play catch up there in Atlanta after the big, deep pass from Gainer. We were able to quickly get a score, 25-18, 4:24 in the fourth. Nice lofty pull from Atlanta. Seeing how many yards Raleigh can get off the first throw here. They get all the way up to the 30 brick level. Mitchell just goes deep. I think they want to give it to him, but it's not going to get there. Once again, though, you're seeing a lot of shots deep from these receivers. They are booking it, but nothing is coming. That's what they need to be doing. They need to be scoring quickly. Atlanta, though, and thrown behind. All those nice deep cuts were all looked off, and then a throwaway from Raleigh. Atlanta now just kind of milking this clock with 4 minutes left, 25-18. Fakes a big deep shot, ends up going a high release. Carry now on the other sideline. Gives it to Smith, who gets us now to the 30 to Draco. Gets bumped back a little, and I think we're going to get a contact call. Yeah, they're actually calling a pick. I thought there was some contact on the mark. A lot of picks today from Atlanta. They've been pushed back, but so far have been able to still capitalize rather well. Draco keeps the swing going. Defender right on Bush. He has to dish it up the sideline now. Fakes the strike cut. Now Olsen on the line. Just about 20 yards outside the end zone. A nice bladey swing. Dump swing. Big swing back to Olsen. He continues it. Picked up. Looks like Sperling, and then we might get another pick call here. Clock continues to run with 2:48 left. As I say, these calls really aren't hurting Atlanta. I mean, you want to get the score, but the clock just continuing to waste as these calls are called. Nice work from Olsen. Doesn't have the cut there. He tries to go straight. He gives it to him. Gets the amazing bid. Incredible work from Bush. Sperling. He has had an incredible couple of weeks. He barely gets that off the ground and then stays in bounds. Sperling really making a splash these last couple weeks here in Atlanta. And really now just making that the highlight of the evening, putting a nail in the coffin into this game. 26-18, 2:26 left here in the fourth. This game pretty much all but over. Is this a video game I'm watching? Like, seriously, you know? This is crazy. I think we're going to get an offsides here from Atlanta. So Raleigh will start here at the 50-yard line. We'll probably see a quick strike here. I can't imagine them taking too much time on offense here. Kind of got an ISO play, everybody on the left side of the field. Raleigh gets back to the swing now, crossing midfield at the opponent's 40. Oh, great hands from Kelvin. Atlanta just continuing to pile it on right now. Some of the best play we've seen in franchise history today. Atlanta playing incredibly well. Everything culminating perfectly. Goes deep. Once again, two hustle players just all by themselves there. Parker takes it from Minch. He goes, oh, here you go. You can have it in the end zone, I guess. And Atlanta, 27-18. Up by 9 with 1:47 here to go in the fourth quarter. And if you could have heard that before, we are just 1 point away from our season high of 28. It possibly could be broken today, and depending on how these Ds come, we could get to 30 if time permits. 1:47 here in the fourth. Atlanta coming away with a W this weekend against one of the top-ranked teams in the league. Means a lot as we go here into the final 3 games after this. We really needed at least one win against Raleigh. We still have Tampa and Nashville to play one more time, and if we can get those wins, that'll put us at 8 wins. and kind of give us a solid chance at that third place spot. Give us a chance to take anybody on here in the playoffs. Raleigh still focusing on their handlers, not able to really get any throws strung together. Has a good deep look this time, and that's what we're used to seeing from Raleigh. Those nice deep looks and the speed. Unfortunately coming a little too late. 27-19, 1:19 left in the fourth. It has grown quiet here, even for the home fans. They know this game is over. And as we probably finish the final 2 points or so in this game, Atlanta trying to get to 29 points. Quick dish. He's got all the time in the world. Nobody there. Smith looking for someone across the field. Ends up hitting Bush right up, or sorry, Sperling right up the middle again. Quick strike, 1:06 left, and they are at 28 points now. If they can get the disc one more time and score, we'll have a new season high. Great flick pull. Raleigh will take this just around their 20-yard line. Oh, ended up being dropped. Atlanta has a quick chance to get 29 here. And if he can hop in, he's able to do it. Minch gets in there with a quick break for Atlanta. Now the new high, 29, with 55 seconds left in the fourth. They could still get 30. It could happen. A solid 30 would be nice. Not going to lie. But I also take a 10-point lead against Raleigh any day, especially to end it here. Still have about a full minute left in this game. You know, you think when you're a traveling team, you know it's a little bit harder, but for Atlanta to get such a big win against Raleigh on their travel team, this is a big statement as we move here to the final part of this season. Ooh, almost thrown away there by Raleigh. Trying to be smart with the disc. They don't want to give up any more points this game. Puts a blade over the top, able to get behind the wall. Now should be able to get lots of yardage as they string together a few throws. Mitchell in the end zone. Quick score, 31 seconds left, 29-20 Atlanta. Atlanta now trying to get that 3-0. Raleigh looking to pull here. This may very well be the final point of the game. Atlanta looking to possibly come away with a 10-point victory. Quickly give it out. Making great throws once again all the way at midfield. They put one a little low. He ends up coming under. Smart work by Sperling, who then gives it once again to Bush. And there it is, 3-0 Atlanta. Makes it 30-20 with 15 seconds left.
Just under 16 seconds left, and Hustle are up 32-20.
Switch cards. Just go. No problem.
All right, we're back here. Sorry about that. Getting situated. Trying to finish off this game. Atlanta played incredibly well. And this one's just going to be D by Trenton.
And that's the game. Hustle 30, Raleigh 20. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Well, and that'll be how we finish it today. Atlanta with a 10-point victory over Raleigh. 30-20. A great battle in the first quarter that gave them a nice lead. Raleigh fought back to keep it close at half, but then in the third quarter, Atlanta finished them off, kept a nice lead, and then carried it into our final quarter. We will be coming back soon here at St. Pius. A few more games left into the season. Atlanta now 3 games left. They will be playing Tampa, Raleigh, and Nashville. We will see you next time here in Atlanta. That's it for our crew here. Atlanta once again with the win, 30-20 against the Raleigh Flyers.